So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Time for the first of the anthems. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Achraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine and occasionally an eye for goal.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Well, we're on the way. Amrabat. Aguirre. And it's Diaz. It's En-Nesyri. Where it came from. Unahi! And for a moment, time stood still. Mazraoui. And it's Adli. Hakimi. Oh, such a clever touch. Big chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him. Setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Good ball, good take. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Point-blank header! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And he's managed to get free. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Yellow or red? It is red. Morocco are now forced to play the bulk of the game a man short. That's going wide left. Sends it crossfield. Now it's Brahim Diaz, aimed at the far side. Oh, strongly challenged there. Looking for the run. He can run onto that. He's found a way through. He's had a shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
That's an imaginative pass. That ball looks a good one. And the shot! That's put paid to the danger. And it's played in. Mazraoui gets it away. Solomon. Ball. Morocco ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. He's found a way through. And that is expertly dealt with. Mazraoui calmly anticipates. Can he get it through?
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Takes a shot! Oh, great low ball in.
Oh, that really should have found the net. The service was faultless, and I'm going to leave it there.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And it's Hakimi.
Morocco really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Looks to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Quality ball. And he stands tall, impenetrable. He's on it, can he get away? He's going for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And no, that was never going to make it. Solomon.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Good running, strong and purposeful. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Hakimi. He's had a shot! Boy, he struck that clean. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How's the first half compared with your expectations?
Well, I think we're seeing a very good example of what to do when you're a man light. Some of the covering play has been hugely impressive, and that owes a lot to focus and discipline, which have been top-notch, of course, since the sending off.
Morocco can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And so the action is resumed. Morocco currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Morocco with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Israel have the chance to go the other way. Solomon is onto this. He has found the way through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Hakimi. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's really well manoeuvred. Takes on his marker. Hakimi running with the ball. Rolls it backwards. Morocco are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Oh, that's a key interception.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Adli. Oh, that's ambitious. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. It'll be a throw-in. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
And here's the chance to counter. Hakimi proves just a little bit too strong. He's having a shot! Oh, how good is he? A finish of true class! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
The goal scored for Morocco.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
17.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Brahim Diaz. Aimed beyond the defence. That looks a cracking ball. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
And it's Hakimi. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Substitution.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Adli. Hakimi under intense pressure.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better.
Threads one in. Oh, played right into his path. And that's a simple one for the keeper. A heavy challenge. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Israel have opted to make another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Morocco have reclaimed it. Morocco can... looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Well, they are now a 9-man team. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Showing good feet. And that's been drilled in. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots of changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Oh, good take in a good area. And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Towering header! Off the post! And again! He's got a goal! And what a climax we have here! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Israel give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
6 added minutes has
Stood
been
up well
indicated.
to him there. No, that's been intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? Israel could have here their final chance. Oh, there's a probing ball. Mazraoui. Hakimi. That's a good ball out wide. And Nasiri. And here's Brahim Diaz. Oh, this looks sharp.
It's the sort of...
And that will be it. Morocco proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Hakimi voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Morocco may not have finished with 11, but they have shown terrific spirit, and they claim the win.
Well, that's what spirit and togetherness is all about, Peter. I thought they showed terrific desire and focus and fitness in refusing to settle for a draw. A time to hold